Okay, we're going to do classwork 7, so please label your worksheet classwork 7. Go ahead and put your name at the top. Put your period. Don't write 7th period because you guys know this is not 7th period. Go ahead and put the date, January 31st, 2014. If it's not January 31st for you because you're doing this video at a later date, put that date, please. Okay, it wants us to graph the system of the linear equations to find the solution. So we are finding the solution. Now, if you have a highlighter, go ahead and highlight, find the solution. If you don't have a highlighter, go ahead and circle, find the solution. Now, how do we do that given two equations and I'm asking you to graph? Well, we used menu 3.2 on the word problems, but on this, we're going to use M and B to graph it and see where they cross. So when I read here, when it says first equation, plot B equals -1, what it's asking me to do is to look over here and understand that the B is -1. Now, yes, that is a minus sign. But when I talk about the 1 by itself, it's telling me that it is negative. So this is B equals -1. To plot the y-intercept, meaning B is y-intercept, don't forget that, I am going to go to the y-axis and plot -1. Now, let's read the next one. First equation, graph M equals 2. Where are we getting M equals 2? Well, first equation, 2 is in the M spot. How do I know that? Y equals mx plus b. He's back again. Slope, intercept, formula. Y equals mx plus b. When the formula is in this form, it is ready for graphing. So, 2 is in the M spot. Let's graph the slope. 2 is not in fraction form, so you have to put it over 1. The numbers are both positive, so that will be up 2 and right 1. So from the y-intercept, -1, we are going to go up to 1, 2, and right 1, 1. I have created my new point. Now continue this pattern. Up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. To do the other side, do the opposite. Instead of going up, you are going to go down. Instead of going right, you are going to go left 1. Continue that pattern to graph the entire line for the first equation. Now let's do the second equation. Excuse me. The second equation says plot B equals 5. And where are we getting that? Right here. We know this is the B spot, so we go to the y-axis. Because this is a system, we are going to plot the 5, the y-intercept, from the second equation on the same graph that we graphed the first equation on. Why is that? Why are we doing this on the same coordinate plane? Well, I want to see what they have in common. Sorry, guys. That's the bell ringing and all the distractions. Gonna keep going. Okay, let's go back to where we were. I need to plot 5, the B, the y-intercept, from the second equation on the same coordinate plane, the same graph as this line, so that I can see where the two cross. And where they cross, that's my solution. Okay, so it says for the next one, we plotted 5, right? We plotted 5. The next picture here says second equation, graph m equals -1. Well, we look here, and I know you don't see a 1, but remember, when you see a letter with no number there in front of it, it would be a 1. Excuse me. Because there's a negative in front of that invisible 1 that we just drew in, that means it's -1. So m is -1. To graph that, you have to put it over 1. And when you do that, -1 is down 1. That's down 1. The negative only belongs to the top number. So you are not going to go in a negative direction for the 1. You're going to go in a positive direction for the 1. Because you're putting it over a positive 1. So you go right 1. So let's do that. Starting at the y-intercept, you're going to go down 1 and right 1. 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 When you continue that pattern and then connect your dots using a straight edge, you should get a ruler if you don't have one. You can use your ID if you want one of my rulers. Just look on the cart, there should be one. And connect when you finish. Now, I've connected it for you, but you need the ruler because we're going to have to do them in a minute. So you might as well get it now. Okay, so I guess I should wait about, what, 10 seconds for all of you to get rulers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, that was not counting right, but on time, but I'm going to move on. Solution 2, 3. Now, how did I get that? I am counting. I'm going to zoom in because I want you to see how I got 2, 3. 1, 2 on the x-axis. Now we count 3. 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis. So that's 2, 3. That's the solution. That is where they cross. Okay, now I want you to look at the tables for this system, because when you have linear equations or equations period, they produce tables. And when, in the calculator we do Control-P to see the table. Well, now I've provided the tables for you, and I want you to notice what they have in common. They both show the point 2, 3. That is because that is their solution. So 2, 3 is included. It's on the first line. It is on the second line. And because both of those points are on both lines, that is the one place they meet. They will both have x equals 2, and they will both have y equals 3. You can check that. Please write this down. I didn't do this for the other classes. They're going to be so mad at me. But hopefully they went home and rewatched this video. If you take the 2 and you plug it in the x spot, look at this. Y equals 2x minus 1. Plug the 2, because it's in the x column, put it in the x spot. 2 times 2 minus 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Y equals 3. And look at that. If y equals 3 and x equals 2, that I should see that on the table. And we do. That's verification that it works for that equation. Let's try this one here. If I take the x value, 2, and I plug it in the x spot, I have y equals negative, parentheses, 2 plus 5, because y equals negative x plus 5. Now, that's negative 2, the parentheses go away, and negative 2 plus 5 is 3. So when x is 2, y is 3. Awesome.